Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham latest news and update show of the Breakfast Club for Wednesday, January 22nd. And we are on the eve of one of our biggest games of the season. Not a title decider, kind of. It's kind of a must-not-lose game, but we're excited about it nonetheless because we're going against Birmingham City. And remember, don't forget, we'll be live at the Cosm tomorrow for the watch-along. So if you're going to join us, please get in. It's going to be a great day, absolutely great day. But yeah, we got a lot to get to today in the show. There's a lot of news breaking today. An absolutely crap ton of, I don't want to swear right off the bat. It's a crap ton of news, but we're going to get to it too. I just screwed up something here, by the way, on the show. Just want to fix it before we go. Touching buttons, my friends. Touching buttons. There we go. But yes, there's a lot to get to because of the game tomorrow. But we're gonna kick it off. As you can see on the thumbnail, it says poker face, and Parkinson did an interview. It seems like it was done yesterday because he mentioned in the interview about the Monday night game that Dalby played, and he played the 90 minutes there. It's a 12-minute interview. We're not going to go all the way through it, but we could just kind of scroll through a little bit of it, talk about certain things. We got to talk about Langman. Apparently, there's a tweet out there that says we got him. I don't know. Don't confirm it on me, but let's see. And Michael Smith did not start tonight in the match that he played, so he was on the bench. But a lot getting to. So please smash a like on the video. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the Local Pundit. We are on our way to 50,001. If you know, you know. And we're going to do our thing until we get there. But what a great community we have. Also want to give a big shout out. Happy birthday to Matt from Racecourse Ramble. I believe it's his birthday today. I want to do that. And I don't know if we missed if Steve Barton's birthday was. We missed that too. But I want to wish him a happy birthday or belated or there you go too. But all right, let's get started here. I know the Champions League games are on. I understand that. But we gotta talk some news here. And Drew does whatever is first. Want to do that. Okay. So let's just talk about something that happened this morning. It's unfortunate and sad, and we need to address it. It's not necessarily football news, but it's more of a hey, listen, we got to watch out for one of our guys. Yes, please hit that like button too, if you haven't already, and share it out. Let's go. So unfortunately, James McClean was in a road accident this morning. And if you saw the pictures, there's one right here, that is a picture of his car. And it looks to be a single. I don't know anything. Just reading from what happened. He's in a roundabout, and it looks like he rolled his car over. Okay, I don't know anything else other than that. Other than he got out, his arm was bleeding, but he looked to be walking around. So all I care about. I don't care about football. I'm gonna put everything aside right there. I hope he is okay. That's all we really care about. So let's hope he is okay. The car is replaceable. Everything else is replaceable. It's about human life and everything like that. So it just said there was a statement today by the club. This is on the BBC. They reported basically it says the statement said the player had reported to the club this morning and will undergo further medical checks. Now I know this is the club statement on the club website. I know I have a game tomorrow, and everyone wants James McClean to play. And understandably so, but we need to worry about his health and safety first. That's all that really matters there. So let's keep that first and foremost. Now, if we're going to take that and if he isn't okay, we'll replace him. We're going to be fine. But this car, I don't know for a fact, but it looks like it did roll. It looks like it did roll, but nothing's really been confirmed. So all I care about is his safety. Football is second, if not third. Okay. Replace the car, replace everything, can't hit human life. In fact, I'll keep it right there. Well, anyways, but he said, it looks like he is okay. Full airbags went out there too. Trust me, here's what I'm going to say, and I stopped myself. My brother was in a car wreck and got brain damage when I was younger, and it eventually, led to his passing. So, understandably so, I just want him to be okay. So football is second, life is more important. But yeah, that's one of the things. So he was in an accident, but he is okay. We haven't had an update since this morning from what I know. Will it affect the game tomorrow? I don't know. And it doesn't matter if it does, if he's on the bench or starting or not starting. Hopefully he's starting because that means he's fully okay. But you never know. You roll your car or something like that happens, you're going to be a little, so best wishes out there to him and his family. There you go. Okay, Sarah Pritchard. Hey, Sarah, how are you? Hope you are very well. We've been thinking about you, and happy you're here to join us with the Local Pundit today. Afternoon, Esteban. How are you? So, let's leave that aside unless anyone wants to put in the chat about that. obviously wishes and everything like that too. Travis Herb from Fresno to Cosm and is in jeopardy due to my new Hughes fire on I-95. Travis Herb, you please be careful as well. You come down, you know where I'm at. You find me. So just be safe. That's more important than anything else said too. Aaron, what's going on, brother? And hello. Yes. Okay. Evening, John Merrill. Remember, John was on yesterday. He did a fantastic job. We're to go head up with him tomorrow. He will be on Rextra time, I'm sure, after the result. So that's one of the things we look out to. So excited to see you here, John. And what a great dude. Thanks, Claire Marie. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Geez, okay, yeah, a lot in there. I'm trying not to bring everyone down, but I understand. There's a lot of stories there too. Okay, that's the club statement for James McClean. Another thing, let's stick with the James McClean thing right now. There's been Shrewsbury supporters that have that were a little uncouth that we saw. I think we all saw them. I think we all saw them having a go at James McClean last week, and was unfortunate. Was unfortunate. Took James out of the game, and it just headwise. If we're gonna just stick with that, their objects were thrown at him. I don't think he was very well protected. And in fact, Parkinson did say that too. That he didn't think that he was well protected too in his interview. And unfortunately, it's like, you know what? I understand that he plays to the crowd a little bit, but you never want to see anything go wrong like that because it leads to BS. It's bullshit. And so it looks like some guys or gals, I'm not sure, have been banned for a lengthy pun, and they received an extended ban for breaching an existing order. So there's people have extended bans and bans, whatever it is. So I'm happy to see that happen, but also, behave better. You know what I mean? Behave better. And I think that's part of it too. In that note, in the interview that Parkinson had yesterday, which I keep referring to it, but I'm not going to go all the way through it. It was his press conference. This was it right here. This is the press conference. I do have some quotes from him that we'll pull out of there too. He did mention about McClean and about him getting better protection. So let's just keep that up. Now, to that said, does he play up to it? Yes, he does a little bit. Pantomime villain, I understand. But, it was all about safety and protection. More importantly, I want Macca to focus on the game. And sometimes, maybe it thrives to go off and go when he wants to, it G's him up, but it doesn't help out the squad. He is the captain, and he needs to act like a captain. He does 90% of the time, let's say 90% of the time. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, if he starts or not, just because of if anything came out of the injuries from yesterday, whiplash or whatever it could be. I don't know. But all this said, Parkinson did say something that looks like some of the Shrewsbury fans have been punished. And if they did something wrong, as well they should be. And I'm not going to mess with that. Okay. All right. Stand aside. The Reds are roaring. Wrexham is the name. Yes, says Goofy Splat. How you feeling, Goofy Splat? Ready for tomorrow? Are you going to the game? KONHR. Hey, Josh, thoughts on Longman? What does everyone think about Smith's situation? Okay, I was going to skip over that for later on, but we'll get right into it too, because there is a report here. Sorry, let me bring it up. We'll go to it right now. So here's a report. Whoever is in the Discord and just get on just come on live with the local pundit. So in the Discord right now is Stace. And Bruce is in there. Why are you guys not in here? Shay Daddy's in there. Everybody. Who else is in there? Bruce, just come on the show. What are you guys doing? Come in the show. All right. You want to talk about the Splash the Cash? We had a good talk about it yesterday. I think it was a good deep dive. John and I touched base on it too. He's a winger. So this article came out today a couple hours ago. Wrexham are set to sign long-term target Ryan Longman. Apparently, we were after him this weekend, and this summer. We didn't land him. I can't confirm or deny. I have no clue. I'm just reading that this is a news show, so we're reading the news show. Wrexham have landed their major coup after beating off championship competition, laying long-term target. Sorry, I said it. Choose better words. After beating off championship competition, use better words. Write better, because that doesn't sound good. I'm just going to point that out. Landed a major coup by beating off championship competition to land long-term target Ryan Longman. Mirror Football revealed that Longman, 24, was a target Wrexham backed in the summer off the back of an impressive loan spell at Millwall. And we did show some of his things here too. Whoever is in the Discord, get out of the Discord. What are you doing? I have to mute it. Jesus H. Okay, Kelly Davidson just said to them, stop discording and get into the show. And she's going to write back something crazy. Watch. Yeah, Patty, jump on if you want. Go on, jump on. I had to mute it because it was going absolutely crazy, but Kelly was awesome. Anyway, so going on that, we were looking at him this summer. If we did land him, I think it's a great signing. Will he play him? Please, for God's sakes, play this young man. Please, for God's sakes, play this young man if he plays, because he looks like a player, but he's a winger, not a wing back. Not a wing back. Sorry, just message here. Let me just message Patty if he is watching. Okay. So it looks like we've agreed a deal around 500,000 quid for Hull City man, who will join the promotion push after entering this final 6 months of the contract. So if that's true, I think it's a good buy. We did do an update on it yesterday. How does he fit in our system? I don't know, but it's a really, really good buy. He's a talented player. Now, John said he's a journeyman. I understand what he said. He's been around some clubs. He's a younger guy, 24 years old, but it doesn't change the fact that, hey, he's a 24-year-old player. I'd be interested to see him coming. I want to see how we'll play him and how I'll put him in. So fingers crossed this happens. Now, also in this regard, he had mentioned in the interview that Parkinson had talked about, and I actually want to play that portion of it. This is referring to Dobson. He talked about Dobson briefly here. So I can find. Of course, there is a ad.
Like I said, he's done some of the training today.
Let me see.
On your own side and whoever takes the field on Thursday night.
1 second.
The other way, Phil, because obviously you've got to make the numbers out there.
Yeah, that's right. I think we just want to get this game through this Thursday and give ourselves a weekend to look at the numbers, as you rightly say, because it's coming to that period at the end of the month where we'll have to make decisions about the 22-man squad. And there's players, obviously, who haven't featured a lot, some through injury, some still injured, like Luke Bolton and Will Boyle, unfortunately. So, obviously, decisions have got to be made.
And just lastly, on Sam Dalby, he's obviously his name's cropping up purely because what he's done in Scotland. Anything more you can say on him?
Yeah, we haven't fully decided on that yet. Obviously, Sam had a game last night, and we wanted to get the game out of the way.
All right, so there you go. That's what I want to talk about with Sam Dalby's situation, which has to do with the Smith situation, which has to do with the Longman situation. So that's where the poker face comes. Just casually out there. He played last night. We haven't decided on that. Blah, 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 all that stuff. He just casually just went and said it out there. Poker face all day, like this. And if anyone knows poker, it is our guy, Patty. He did play poker professionally, by the way. Just want to point that out. So if the Langman thing is true, awesome. Let's make it happen. Okay? Let's make it happen. It looks like Bud Vartan, by the way, who fucking scored yesterday. How about that? Oh God. How about that? Patty, come in whenever you want. Bavarton scoring and Asgard scoring yesterday. Interesting to happen there too. If this is going to happen, hey Patty, 1 second. If this is going to happen, we shall see. What's going on? How are you, my friend? We're rolling through today. We're rolling through. Just FYI, I have to leave it an hour. Okay. How you doing? What do you got?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be happy with Longman Smith.
Is this going to happen or what?
Maybe not. We'll see.
Ooh, okay. I mean, spoken like sorry, that's not good. Maybe we'll see. I mean, are you 51%? Are you not 51%?
I'm not 51% at the moment.
Okay, where are you living? Where do we live?
Refresh. I'm very pessimistic at the moment, to be honest. But
you are Irish.
I'm living in hope. Yes, I am Irish, so I do tend to take the glasses half empty side of it.
Pint glass is a full pint glass, or are we doing like that? We'll take one at a time. Maybe we'll park that one. I know you're looking up information. The James McClean thing, obviously, want to be okay. Will you think he'll be playing tomorrow?
No.
I'm skeptic as well. I'm skeptic.
Yeah, I think he should have a lot of muscular bruising, deep tissue bruising from that type of accident, and it probably won't show for a day.
Yeah, I mean,
so he's gonna be bruised and sore tomorrow.
Yeah, that looked like a roll. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't there. You know what I mean? So
no, it absolutely looks like a roll. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, all I care about is Nikki D, I see you in the chat there, man. My heart goes out to you, my friend. My heart goes out to you. But on the eve of the game, I mean, that's what we had there too. I mean, I was trying to run through a little bit here. By the way, how are you feeling, Patty? Sarah wants to know. Any better?
Yeah, good. Yeah. I'm alive. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
No, nothing's going to change for about 5 weeks.
Okay.
Then I do some tests and stuff, and we see what happens from there.
Well, we're here. We're live. We're doing our thing. Here we go. What do you want to pick up there? I got a couple more things to get to, but you want to catch up on some stuff. If you want the Longman thing, I know you guys addressed it today. Still skeptical. What are you thinking there?
Yeah, I think they're both possible, but there's issues with them all. The Longman thing, the manager just manager and owner, he doesn't tend to sell very often, so they could be summers.
Yeah.
Maybe
they'll surprise us. He does have.
Absolutely. They could absolutely surprise us. And what people are looking at the moment is the Smith match tonight.
Yeah,
he's on the bench. He's on the bench. He's not playing yet. It's halftime. Okay. So what people are questioning is sometimes you get a farewell match.
Yep.
So if he comes on for like the last 5 minutes, and then basically just gets to finish out the match, wave to the crowd, he's gone. So
did we catch that? Sorry to interrupt you. Did we catch that from Dalby the other night? Because I know Matt was watching it, but I didn't see what happened there. But I'm just trying to get to the game here. If he's on, do we know if Dalby gave the I know he changed his thumbnail and all that stuff. Did we know that happened though?
I have heard nothing about it whatsoever,
and
I don't know. He played the entire match, didn't he?
He played 90. He played 90. Yeah.
I don't know if risking playing 90 is the standard if he's about to leave.
That's what I was saying. I was like, holy crap. Yeah. By the way, thank you, Steve Barton, by the way. And for the local pundit memberships. That's very generous and sweet of you and kind. Actually, another 5. There we go. An absolute legend, by the way. Absolute legend. By the way, I just clicked to the the Sheffield game. He is not on. He's not playing yet. He's still on the bench.
No, not yet. He's still on the bench. Yeah.
Okay. And they're in the 47. Just a heads up there.
Yeah, that's what I was checking him in to go. Who's halftime?
Yeah. All eyes on Sheffield. Then I think we're on Hull. I think our eyes are on Hull, right?
Yeah, both.
Yeah, both. Okay. Okay, a little bit there too. Why don't we stick with the James McClean thing? The Shrewsbury, the guys getting there a little bit of the just desserts for giving them the business. I think that was fairly well deserved, as we saw that last week.
Yeah, I really think Parky and the team missed a trick by not half walking off the pitch.
Yes,
and actively delaying the match, and saying, "Ref, deal with it, get it sorted, or we're not playing."
Yep.
They really should have. Yeah. Because there's absolutely no reason there that the stewards and the police should not have been gone in there and telling everybody, sit down.
Yeah, right in.
Get back in the stands, sit down, or you're getting out. End of.
Yeah.
This is one they really should have made a big deal on, because it's a local derby and because the danger of being so close to the pitch. Mm-hmm. They absolutely should have walked off for 10 minutes and forced the issue, and then basically said to the ref, okay, we'll come back on if it's all calm and sorted.
John Merrill asked, was it past the 70th minute? No, this is like in the first half, John. This is like in the first half. Right? That happened in the first half, right?
Was it? I don't know exactly when it was, to be honest.
Yeah, it was early though. It was early. What's going on, Capital Ed? How are you? Good to see you. But yeah, I think it was in the first half. But yeah, truth. It should have got home. My counter to that was like, Macca needs to stop effing with the crowd and just go play football. That's it. And Parkinson said it in his interview. I don't know if you heard that, but it's tough when you're, it is tough. It is tough. I understand that.
Yeah, it's a harsh one. Like a lot of footballers do some things to wind up the crowd.
Sure.
Now it's a bit more serious because of what people are saying about him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because it's a dangerous thing. Footballers have been, attacked before. And if you look at the response of the couple of people who were arrested, the one guy who appeared to get arrested for entering the pitch, he had drugs on him as well.
Oh, dear.
Apparently. So, like, one, he was stupid enough to jump on the pitch, which is automatic arrest. 2, he was stupid enough to do it with Class A drugs in his pocket, which will potentially increase your time because you'll get done for both. And
Nope.
3, he's very much the type of person that could be on one because he's been taking it at the match and could
Yep.
have something else in his pocket.
Yeah.
You know?
You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
We did a ECU of the stewards there, and he was just like, you know, whatever's going to happen, I'll see you there. You know, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm really in two minds about that steward. I've seen a couple of different angles. Some of them, you know, make him look better. He did stand in front of McClean. He was blocking things that would have been thrown at
Yes,
McClean, but at one point where I think he almost or did catch a lighter.
he did.
That
I
was
saw that.
He did, yeah. He was smiling doing it. He was looking up at the crowd and smiling at the crowd, you know, as in, I have to do this, lads. It's my job, but keep going.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, no.
I think you said that in Wrexham time, by the way, which
Maybe
you're
I did.
doing
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah.
Which you're doing tomorrow, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes, love it. And you're gonna have John on in his tears, right? Is that correct? I think John's gonna come on with his tears.
Yeah, definitely tomorrow, John.
You got to come on tomorrow.
You got to come on tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey, Josh and Co. Hi, everybody. Says JB65. Yeah. How are you? Good to see you. There's a lot going in there. They said the steward was clueless. But moving around a little bit. I know we're jumping around a bit. Back to the Dalby thing. Dalby lobbying to be recalled by changing his profile. I mean, did he get ahead of himself? I don't know. That's a weird one for me. Weird one.
It's a weird one. People, I will read into absolutely everything you do, but he's entitled to change his profile picture if he wants to.
Sure. Yeah. Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. I mean, it also just like stirs the pot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It does stir the pot, and you know, we're kind of in this as the world turns. You know, we're in our little soap opera here. You know, go ahead.
You know, I just thought of a new way to think of it. Seriously. If he's in discussions about coming back, and let's say doesn't want to come back, and he said, like, look, I get a lot of abuse or whatever from our own fans. They don't want me back. Watch this.
Yeah.
Change your profile picture back to a Wrexham picture, and then the next day, go in, show them all the posts online.
Yeah.
About me changing my picture and saying, you want me to come back to this? Do you?
Come on. Exactly. You want to come back to this to like get beat up online? No,
yeah, not get beat up, but it's just like, yeah.
It's an interesting one, you know, with the Smith thing getting benched tonight or sitting on the bench tonight, but I don't think he starts, right? I don't know if he actually starts.
I don't think he has lately, but he does start for them from time to time, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. But you know, on that everything too, you know, there's so much going on, man. And we kick every goddamn ball. And like there was an email, there was an article today in the Leader about you know, like we can't afford to stand still in the transfer window from Wayne Phillips. I mean, you know, there was some interesting quotes in there too. I you know, and then Parkinson again just staying like, we'll see what happens. But this is the Wayne Phillips article. He says, I'm sure there'll be a few more faces before the transfer window closes. They have done that before, well over the last 6 transfer windows, and they always have brought in better than what they've got. Keep moving forward, and you have to do that. You cannot stand still, you know. And we're in the middle of this soap opera right now, and that's what everything. General Hospital, yes, those I remember stuff. We're in General Hospital. Yes, exactly.
Out of all the names at the moment, out of all the big names, actually, the one I want most personally is Smith. I have said it. I said that we need someone better in the Palmer role. That is the key to how we play. It's the key to how Parky plays, and it unlocks the attack at the front. And I don't think he's fast enough. I don't think he's good enough at this level, unfortunately. So if we can upgrade that position, I think everything else will get better. Now, there's plenty of other people I want, and I'm happy to upgrade and whatever, but I really think that is the key. And it's not even a lot of money, which is the issue. I don't think it's the money is the problem. It's the issue with getting him. It's the club, the manager, the owner, all that carry on that's going on at the moment. Because people were saying, oh, what was it? Someone said it was 500,000 plus potentially a 200. I don't care about the 200, even if it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
he's on 6 months end of his contract. He's old. They
Yeah.
probably don't deserve 700 grand for him, but I don't care. 500 at this level sounds reasonable to get a deal done. The extra 200, nobody will care about if we get promoted to the championship.
I think that's got to be in the deal too. You and Patty were talking about it. If it's 500 plus. Also, at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you, it's not my money. It's not your money. And that's where I look at it. If it's egregious, if it's like $2 million bucks, whatever, different story. But it's like, it's not my money. If whatever helps out to get us over the line, I get it, because we talked about Fletch having an opportunity, one to play 90. There is no way that he can do that every week, every weekend, 2 times a week. There's no way. No way. But John Merrill says, on the flip side, you can't get the players if you still want to finish top 6, which is a huge success this season, which Parky will voice loudly. Well, I don't think that's the goal, but I could. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't think that's the goal either. But for anybody reasonable, people who were saying automatic promotion was the target were being a bit ridiculous. And even the boys or when they're saying it, I think they're half saying it tongue in cheek, half saying it for marketing purposes. Yep. It's crazy. So I've said it numerous times. If we end up in the playoffs, I will be absolutely perfectly happy with that as a season. But things change as you go through the season. So I understand people now saying we are this close. Put that effort in right now. You might not get it next year. Things may change next year.
Things will change. We don't know who's coming down, all that stuff.
Exactly.
That's why that, go all in. Yeah. I would go all in.
Well, yeah, I absolutely think we can afford it, because even if you're talking about putting in 5 million, if you're putting that over 5 years for a young up and coming top talent, it's $1 million a year. So easily. So when you spread it out, especially if the club is willing to wait on the money, if they're not asking for the 5 million up front. Now, if we have the money, pay it and get a discount, that's fine as well too. But we can absolutely divide it out like all the other clubs do, and we can afford some of these players now. So yes, I would take them. And people keep saying, "Oh, they're going to break the bank." Maybe they will, maybe they won't. It depends. I'm really surprised now.
Patty, if 500K breaks the bank, we got bigger problems. I'm sorry.
No, the wage structure is what people were complaining about, because if one goes up, everybody else wants it. You have to be somewhat fair to the rest of the team. But I was looking earlier now at Al Hamadi, because they're now looking at offloading him.
Leicester, right?
No, he's not Leicester. It's someone else.
Someone to find a chat. But before you go, 500K plus 500,000 promotion bonus in the transfer fee, and keep it on the Smith stuff. That's for Smith.
Smith 5 and 5. I haven't heard 5 and 5.
I heard 5 and 250.
Ipswich. There you go. John said it. Ipswich.
Yeah,
for Al Hamadi. So, if you go online and have a look at what his wage is supposed to be, it's ridiculous. I put it up in the
Discord.
In the Discord, and if that's true, which I doubt, he got absolutely ripped off by the clubs. He's on really low wages. We can afford being fair to Al Hamadi and pay his wages. So maybe it's not the same for every player. I'm sure some players are on big money, but we can absolutely find some talent to go after we're ready to make deals now. Yeah.
This kid, how old is he? He's what? He's a forward, 22 years old. Wow. Okay.
He was bought for $1 million. Apparently, they're looking for at least 3 for him now. But they only had him for 1 year, and they got promoted up to the Prem.
Okay, he played for Wimbledon. Okay,
played for Wimbledon against us last year.
Yeah,
he was very good last year.
Okay,
got his move up to the championship. Did 6 months into January. He moved into January. Did 6 months in the championship, and then they got promoted.
And Ipswich, they're
and he's not playing much.
Now, 11 appearances out of 20 games so far.
So apparently he wants game time. According to what's online, which I don't really believe, he got no increase in his wage structure when he went to the Prem. That maybe it wasn't structured into his contract. His wages are pretty low, but he's looking for somewhere to play.
Or it's a bad agent right there too.
Sean Bad
Yeah,
agent.
could have bad agent. Yeah, the Sheffield Wednesday forums are in meltdown that Smith is not playing again tonight, and they seem to think he's off to Wrexham. Smith is a definite upgrade. It probably isn't. Yeah. And then, by the way, yes, the players are saying they're aiming for automatic promotion, and they're saying that Robbo, why wouldn't you aim for the best sense? I agree. I agree. I mean, there's a lot going on there. There really is. I mean, we're in the thick of. We're in the thick of it on eve of a huge game. All this going on. I mean, you never know. I would love to have some. The Osgard thing. I don't think is going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. Right? Right? That ain't happening.
That ain't happening.
I think we're in the midst of just. Yeah, we got what 10 days left. We got to figure out what this is, and like I said, Parkinson doesn't give anything away. He really doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
He really doesn't give it away. This is the window. Let's get promoted. It's Mike Martin. I agree with that too. And he said you got to go all in on the players right now. Through I guess that's what Parky's saying. I can't see him getting top players that don't suit him. If you get me, well, will he play him? You know what I mean? Will he play him? That's the whole thing, Patty. Will he play him?
Will he play him? Yes. Yeah, I think he will. I actually think he will, because if you look at last season as well, it was a very stark divide between who played in the first half of the season and who played in the second half of the season. There was a lot of changes in that second half. People cemented their place. People got dropped and never got back in again. So I expect that to happen more and more from now. And I absolutely expect that the people he's bringing in now should not be fighting for a place. They should be of quality that it's almost guaranteed that they're going to be getting that spot by their quality. Now, if that changes, so be it. You go with the flow. However, I would not be bringing someone in who is expected to fight for their place, because I think that's a little bit of a waste.
Well, you got to imagine I think we're losing. We could be losing on players because Parkinson is maybe he's not guaranteeing them certain things like that because he's very stuck in which is fine. It is what it is. I understand that. But if you're talking about a winger, like the Longman guy, I do like him. I do like him. You know what I mean? Fine. That's great. Yeah. I think he's a good player from what I've seen. I haven't seen him play, but I think he's a good player. That's great. The Asgard, great. Ain't going to happen. But, we got to play him. We have to play him. We just have to play him. If we want to go up.
Yeah, Longman absolutely seems to me to be a Parky type player. And if we're coming in late for him, which appears to be the case, it very much seems to me to be exactly what Parky was saying, is that we will take players where we can find value.
Value in the market.
Yeah, so he's a type of player that Parky would like. If you look at his stats, defense, huge defense, and maybe his finishing isn't perfect, and all the rest of it. And he's young, so he's perfect for what we're looking for. But it's a last minute thing. So he obviously has a value for this player that isn't being asked for by the other clubs. He saw what they were going to get him for and said, right, this is a guy we can poach.
Go.
We can do this. That's a good deal.
And sometimes it's good to go in late. And sometimes it's good to go in late. You're getting, and all of a sudden, like your head gets turned. Like, oh shit, let's go. I know you know what the other side has. As long as we're not getting used, and that's my fear for us getting used 100%. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're right. Maybe it's good.
Look, the thing about getting used is it doesn't actually matter unless the club really wanted him, and we don't know whether these stories are true or not. Sometimes when there's all this talk of we're in for this player, we're in for that player, and they're just bigging up someone's wages.
Sure.
Like, if we're not really in for them, I don't care. It means nothing really. But
if we're not in for them, because whatever's going on behind the scenes, like you guys effing use us, who cares? But if we're going after player B and player A is in out there having the goss, great, awesome, use us, but let's go get our player. Maybe that kind of helps us out too.
And the one thing I will say that, like, right now at the moment, people are throwing out there, spend 3 million on this guy, spend 5 million on that guy, throw the money out in the bank now. Okay, that's fine. But at the same time, so far, Parky, for all the money that he's been offered, had available to him, they have been very careful with what they're doing. We pay good wages. And I think that's the good weekly wage. And I think that's why we're getting players in. but we're not breaking the bank, and we are being sustainable, which is
I think we
kind
did
of what
really-
was asked of us.
Yeah,
So,
I think we did really well with getting players that were free agents, things like that, upgrading here and there. I don't think if we go up, Patty, we will see a math over the summer. You and I will be going back and forth, kicking the tires. We got to turn this. We got to turn it over for sure. Turn over the squad for sure. We'll worry about that when we get there. Kelly David says, I'm overwhelmed with the transfer news, which is really only speculation. Agree with Patty, upgrading Palmer is the key. I agree with that, but everyone thinks I'm an ass because I keep saying it. A2Z says, we are so close to promotion and we might as well do it. What's the point of bringing in investors if we don't use that money on players? Got to stay on brand and use that Disney money. Well, that Disney money might be going somewhere else to a lawsuit, but let's hope that's not what it is. And Hip Karma says, if we get Longman, Smith, or Al Hamadi, would that calm nerves? Yes, it would calm some nerves.
Right now, I'll tell you, I am perfectly happy with Longman and Smith. Just those two.
Yeah,
actually. Upgrading, giving a bit extra.
But
Similar.
benching O'Connell for Scar, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But like just with those two, I don't expect us to do ridiculous things.
Yeah.
And the other teams have done okay work. They've brought in what they need. But I think like if we bring in Longman for utility, like because I do think we need a bit of utility. He can play on the left, play on the right. He can score with both feet. He can play in multiple positions, which Parky likes. He's very defensive, which Parky likes. And then Smith up the front. Yeah, I think that's good enough. It's not breaking the bank in any way. Now, I do think if we find the right target, I have no problem saying, yeah, we're at the stage we can afford 5 million over 5 years. Absolutely.
Yeah, and you got to put that. You do like everyone else. By the way, I'm looking at the Hull City game. I think this was yesterday. Did Longman not play in that game? I don't think he played in that game. Was this game yesterday? Sorry to cut you off on that, but
no, you're okay.
Was this yesterday? Yeah, Tuesday. This was he didn't play in the game.
Okay.
See that? Okay.
Was he on the bench? He was on the bench, wasn't he? No.
No, look at right. Am I crazy? I don't see him on the bench. Yeah, this doesn't look like he played. I could be wrong. Someone can obviously fact check in the chat for sure. Sorry about that, but I agree with Patty. If we get those two in, I'll feel better for sure. Sean Bartlett Evans says momentum is a massive thing, and when you have the opportunity to get promoted, you must try and take it. Otherwise, you may not get another chance for who knows how long it takes. Take your chances, take your shot, and I mean, listen, you take your shot. Longman, 24 years old, has resale value.
Yes.
Smart business. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And listen,
Longman is great value, I think.
Yep.
At his age. Yeah, absolutely.
What are we, $1 million? $1 million bucks, 750? How much? 1.2?
Yeah, less than $1 million.
Less than enough.
I think he's not been played. He's out of favor. Online, it's saying 500K. I know you can't take those too seriously, but
yeah, we'll split the difference there. Maybe it's 750. Aaron's feeling pretty good, confident about Longman. Okay, I think we're doing a footy tip show tonight, which we can obviously run all this back tonight too for sure. Patty says, would you consider El Hamadi an upgrade from? Anyone's fucking Patty's an upgrade for Palmer up front. I mean, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, Al Hamadi isn't obviously an upgrade from Palmer, but they're different players. I don't see Al Hamadi coming in to do that job.
Yeah,
not unless we change styles.
Yeah,
it's back to the conversation of like Marriott and Mullen up the front. Then we got to change style. Simple.
Yep, for sure. Ryan's in MIB. He kept talking about sustainability. Yeah, I think that's just talk track, in my opinion. I don't know. I think he's playing to it now when he says shit like that. With sustainability, I think it's part of it, but they want to go. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, but here's the thing about sustainability and why, like, we do have the money because, like I said, if you take 3 players, all right, and they're each 5 million, and we get deals with the clubs to pay it in installments, and it's $1 million, $1 million, yeah. Like if we get a good deal on it, like we absolutely can afford that, and we can absolutely, with the financial rules, spread it out over 5 years. It's 3 million a year, absolutely. Yeah. We the next accounts should show that last season we had 20 million.
Doesn't
coming out soon.
Yeah, I was saying I thought Ken had said he had those. He's looking. Oh, you and Ken were talking about that, which is something to do.
Are they out? I know they're due soon. I didn't see that they're out yet. But this is the ones we're expecting to be 20 million plus.
Yeah, he'll know that. And we just got an investment from Alan family. We just gave whatever her name is to come in as on the board member. And I guarantee.
Yeah, but I'm ignoring that because of the whole sustainability side of it. You don't want to be just randomly spending money because if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I kind of. Yeah. Okay, I agree with that.
But we have enough money there to do it without that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I'm not needing that investment to do it. That's the thing. We have the money. We've not been spending it. We pay a significant chunk of wages to our players, but we have the ability to do it. So the money is there, irrelevant, and it will be sustainable unless we go ridiculous, or unless we just whack all the money down in one go for multiple players.
Which I don't see us do. I think we're very. I think he's been very. I actually think he's been very smart with his money, but I think it's like okay, like that, like we just think. Let's just go. Let's get over the line. Let's get this over the line. Whatever it looks like, get it over the line. That's all I want to do. Apparently, Chris says that fans on Reddit are bitching about Longman. Why? I don't understand. Why would they do that? And Sarah Pritchard said, we're offering more than just good money. Our players, community, etc., attract to the right players. It's about, I agree with that. And Hull have been moving him on. Talk about Longman and John Goff. Last one here. Not sure if it's been mentioned, but Macca. Yes, we talked about that early in the show. We just hopefully he's okay. So what else we got going on here? Not disagreeing. Just think about what you do. Morning, boys. There's a lot in here. I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. Morning, boys. Smith is going to be coming in from Wednesday. That's what we're talking about, Matt. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Possibly, right?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. I think he has to be our biggest target. He really does.
Yeah.
From an outside perspective, looking at it, everything could potentially fall into place with that one signing.
Yeah, I think also
it really could.
I think it was John that said it yesterday. If you put someone on paper, Parkinson player, 33 years old, been in the league, 6'4", lump, can score some goals.
Yeah,
that literally says Parkinson all over it.
Yeah,
that's. Marie from SoCal. Hey, how are you, Marie? Remember, Marie and I will be live at the Cosm tomorrow. There's going to be a build-up tomorrow. Are you on the build-up show with Ken?
So, I can do, yeah.
Yeah, build-up show. We're trying to get a build-up show, pre-match stuff while we're getting ready. Live watch on at the Cosm. Wrexham time with Patty, and then I'll do Wrexham reaction later on, too. So, big full day tomorrow. So, hi, Marie. Marie's going to be with me tomorrow. I get to see her tomorrow, which is great. The comments I see, if he wasn't a striker, says Chris. Hull fans are saying he can't cross a road, let alone cross in the box.
Now, I assume they're talking about Longman here, yeah? Yeah, it is. It's Longman they're talking about there. Yeah. And the thing is, it really depends on what he wants him to do, because everybody is talking about different positions for him. And if he was potentially in the cam role in the center of the pitch, he's not really crossing in. He doesn't need to cross anything. He either passes it out the wings for the boys to cross in, or he has attacking up the center, which we need. We need someone to attack up the center, and then pass it off.
And then pass it. I mean, between Elliot Lee and Rathbone and Cannon, who I would drop Cannon, Matty because he doesn't play Dobson now. I mean, we could have a more dynamic midfield there. It's about him doing it. It's really about him doing it. And can I just say something too? This is totally off the reservation. We really don't need the big striker role. It really offers us nothing. You know that? Yes, we might lump the ball on, but it really offers us nothing. It brings us nothing offensively. Absolutely nothing. I think we scored 2 goals in this course of 27 games off of a headed down goal, which were our 2 most spectacular goals. Other than that, they offer nothing up front. So why bother doing it? It ain't going to happen. It's totally just a brain fart on my end. I'm just putting it out there. That's it. There you go. I could be wrong. What do I know? By the way, 74 minutes on, and he's still.
I gotta disagree with that.
You do? Okay.
I do.
Defensive, which is great. Which is why we love. You love Palmer. Say it. Say it. Say it.
Say it. Say it. No, I will absolutely say I loved Palmer in his role in the past. I don't think he's good enough now. So it's not against Palmer at all. I just don't. I think we need to upgrade in that position.
Well, to Aaron, it's
so
Fletcher.
I do like the role, and I do think it works for what Parky's looking for. But there was a couple of games there where we were actually playing a lot more on the ground, where we actually were passing around and had some attack through the middle, and we were attacking up the left and right in that match. And I think we were playing amazingly, or at the very least signs of what could be amazing play. Because if you actively had danger from run-ins straight attack on the box from the center, or both wings, now an upgrade on Macca's side as well, whether that be someone cutting in and attacking with shots on their right foot from the left. It doesn't necessarily have to be passed in across
inverted
the
wingers
box
are good too. Yeah, inverted wingers.
So
good.
You could have a version of each. It doesn't have to be the same thing. You could have Barney on one side putting all the crosses in. You could have someone on the left who's inverted, who will cut in, like Lee occasionally tries to do, and then get on the right foot. And either he goes and attacks himself, or he's making those passes into the box on the ground for the guys in the box. And then if we had attacking coming from the middle as well, we would be so much more dangerous. But the problem is that we see it time and time again. When they can block off Barney, it really hurts us big time.
Yeah. When we rely on Barney, I like Barney on the right, crossing the ball, and I don't.
Bo Harley Cogger. Welcome.
What does that mean?
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
But it's great. Smashed.
But it's a great thumbnail. It's a great thumbnail. I don't know if it's the girl or the guy, but it's a great thumbnail. God bless. We're gonna get smashed. You're terrible. Come on and have your say, Bo Harley. Come on in. We have open chat to everybody, my friends.
Well, look, that's fair play, and I don't mind the comment.
Yeah,
I don't mind the comment because we say it from time to time ourselves. But the one thing I will say to Birmingham fans, if whoever's listening, is I don't think it is hugely likely that we will win tomorrow. However, we do step up for the big matches, and it is very possible that we win the match tomorrow.
Yeah,
might not be probable, but it is very possible. So you might be surprised by how we play tomorrow.
Smashed. I think our biggest loss was 3-1 this year, which was from Birmingham City.
This year, we haven't been smashed this year.
We don't get smashed,
Not this year, so far. But anything can happen tomorrow in this match.
Anything.
But we really step up at home. We're number one in the league for home matches. Like, very simple. So we step up at home. We're completely different away. Why? No bloody idea. We've spoken about this before. It's ridiculous that there is so much. And Birmingham absolutely are the best team in the league this season. So it's not an easy task in any way. I'm not saying that we're going to win tomorrow, but guys, if you don't cripple us early, or if you don't take a big lead early, and really put us to bed, absolutely we can score in the last 15-20 minutes, especially at home.
So you never know what happen. Yeah. You never know. And if we're on our game, you never know. And granted, like, listen, we're being made a little bit of red tinted glasses. We're totally fine, which is fine. Like, I'm not going to. We're also saying that we know that they're a good side. Here you go. By the way, hey, what's up, Bernie G? You had something. Sorry, go
ahead. John, now let's see. John says, plus you're number one at home because you played more home games than us. Now, I don't know if we take one match away, are we on exactly equal results? Because if not, it's averaged. It's averaged per match, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So unless we are identical when you take away one match from us, then
also too, goofy spot. Last time we were at home was lost at home was against Tranmere. Okay, fair enough. I'm the guy we're missing. I'm the guy we're missing key players though, so it'll be harder and a closer game than at the start. Well, you just said we could smash, Bo. I love you, brother, but that's not getting smashed. See, we already ticked you back. You come into it, mess with the bull, you get the horns. There you go.
No, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I've said it so many times. I am much more comfortable watching this match tomorrow, whether we win or lose, than I am the weaker teams at the bottom playing away. It's ridiculous that I hate watching the low level teams away. I'm more nervous that we're going to lose those matches.
Right, because
crazy.
We play down to the competition. I think we give them too much credit. Awesome. I had a dig I was going to say, but Bo Kaga, I'm going to hold it. I'm not going to say it. Carol, it's all over you tonight. Patty, where do you see Longman playing for us at left wing back? Why don't you ask me? Cam or McIntyre? He's going to play both of them. I would rather have him be Cam, left wing back.
I would rather see him in Cam.
Me too.
Personally, because he's a winger. He's not a wing back.
He's not a defensive.
Now he has very good defensive stats, which is what Parky loves. But
so
but if he's going into the left wing back, he is going to need time to learn the defensive duties of that role. He shouldn't be natural at it, unless he is just very, very good. So I don't see him as just sitting in there and taking that role immediately. He could very well take it over the long term, and he could be a backup for left wing back or right wing back. In both cases, but I would hope he is good enough to be taking the Cam role. And his own fans from other teams have said that they like seeing him in an attacking role.
What's the saying? Other people's shit is our gold or something like that. I don't know what the saying, but they're like, okay, great, maybe we'll use him. I wonder if Parkinson has to know about him. You know what I mean? So he's got to know a little bit about him. He's been on, you know what I mean? So the fine Cam sitting behind the play him in the 10 role. I would say I'd play him in the 10. Yeah, playing a 10. Bo says, trying to be nice, but forget it. Then going back to you're getting smashed. Fuck McClean. Okay. Nice to have a picture of your sister and you on there too. It's awesome. But good luck tomorrow, my friend. Good luck. Come on the Wrexham time tomorrow. I would start Marriott tomorrow. Are you starting Marriott?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I'm not against it. It all depends on training. It all depends on how he looks in training.
Yeah. I know. I think so. As we do that, sit there. This is something I wanted to get to too, and we could talk about it, which I think is absolutely BS. So the combined 11 for tomorrow, and then we can talk. I mean, this. I spit out my coffee this morning when I saw this. Just want to. This guy Alsop in goal. I'm just gonna go through it, and then we can talk about it in a second. And so they got him in goal. Ethan Laird at right back. Okay. O'Connell in center half. Sorry, that's wrong. Sorry, that's just wrong. Clara. Okay. No. Okay, fine. Give me that one. Cochran. Okay. Barney on right wing. Find a way to fit him in. I think they're playing a 4-3-3. Elliot Lee. Okay. Singho. Sure. Jay Stansfield. Stephen Fletcher. I mean, first of all, it's all wrong because of two things. One, the goalkeeper, and O'Connell. I just can't take it seriously right there. I can't take it seriously. I can't. I can't. I just can't do it. That's like a half and half shirt. It just doesn't.
I can. Yeah, they absolutely were trying to squeeze in some of our players there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That guy is totally from Birmingham, from the second city for sure. Yeah. Aaron says, you missed my point. If you play Longman as a cam, there's nowhere for Marriott to play. Unless you change the formation, right?
Look, there's so many different options, and we've no idea what Parky wants with him. So there's no point going through all.
Let's get him in first, and we'll worry about it too. Let's get him in. Let's win tomorrow. Yeah, let's win tomorrow. Another thing I'll just get to. We'll run out here because we know we have a show tonight. You don't know if you're going to come on tonight. I think at like is it 6:30, 5:30? I'm not sure. The Footy Tips show.
No, I don't think I'm on for that. Yeah.
Ken's show. Sorry, it's Ken's show.
Yeah, it's very early for me.
Okay. Chris said they punked us last game after the first goal. We have come out with confidence for the first. We have to come out for the first 90, for the full 90 tomorrow. We need to be ready. Fans need to be loud. Yes, I agree with that too. In interviews, Parky speaks like a politician.
Guys, they lie as well. They don't just speak like politicians. They out and out lie. So there's no point in believing every word they say. It's crazy.
Yeah. And Steve Barton, thank you for the super chat. I like wings as well. It's the best place for wings. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, I think he does that to see if I'll put it up. He totally does.
Aaron, John, I'll trade you Boyle for Iwata.
Steve, thank you very much. By the way, before we move on to that too, want to give a big shout out because we have been, and I know we did put in Discord, we have live stats that are going to be coming up for the watch alongs and for other shows. We have live stats, updates, other live table, which is fun. It all comes to certain things by super chats and also the support of the show. So we finally got it. I'm working with a guy in France. It's going to be sorting that out. So going to do that to help us out. So be on the lookout for that too, which is great. So we so much appreciate it. Myself, Patty, Annie, Aaron, and Ken, about everybody that we're doing. So thank you all very, very much for that. It doesn't go to waste. So thank you. I love Hooters, he says. Allsop versus AO. Who's better? What do you think? I mean, buddy.
We're all going to go for AO, simple.
Yeah, but apparently not near our 11 here. Allsop is the best keeper outside of the Prem. His distribution passing better than most of our players. Oh, I hope he makes an error tomorrow. I hope you jinx the shit. Parky wouldn't lie to the media. Okay. All right, let's get everyone out here because I have to jump to a meeting and say, Patty, last words to you, brother, and we'll shut her down.
Yeah, let's get some players before we get a riot on our hands. Come on, Parky.
I didn't even ask you. You did your score, right? Do you have a starting 11 prediction?
For this one?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. All right. We got a big day tomorrow, though. He's not going to starting 11 or prediction. I always predict 1-0 to Wrexham. So everything's 1-0 for the rest of the season. That's it. That's how I'm going to do 1-0 rest of the season. So if Ken's listening, it's 1-0. Listen, so full day tomorrow. It's going to be, if anything breaks, we'll be live. We'll be live, okay? Getting down there early for that. When is the Ivan tapes released? As soon as he'll let me. The Wrexham tapes there. Okay. If anything breaks, we'll be here live, as we know, for that. If we do sign Longman or Dalby comes back or whatever the hell, Smith, then we'll do pre-game show. I definitely know it's Ken. I think you're on it too.
Yeah, I'm almost certainly going to be on it unless something major happens.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's that. They're going to be hosting that while I set up. Excuse me, at the costume tomorrow, live watch along, right? And then immediately after live watch along, Wrexham time with Patty hosting that, and then we'll see how it goes from there. If it goes tits up, just understand we're always shooting the rehearsals. So too, do you know if any celebrities will be going? Yeah, the local pundit's going to be there.
Haven't heard anything. They haven't. Yeah. They don't generally announce these things anyway, so. I wouldn't be surprised if Rob turned up in LA in the Cosm if he wasn't making it locally. I personally expect Ryan to show up for this one in person. LA? In UK, yeah. In Wales at the race course. I do. I kind of think he's going to turn up for this one.
Okay. I'm questionable just because of the what's going on with the stuff, but yeah, whatever. Maybe.
Yeah, of course, but he missed the one away at Birmingham.
Yeah.
Rob was there and whatever, so I think he's, unless something major happens, or he's still dealing with issues. But look, those issues have happened and they're not going to be dealt with immediately. So I doubt it's going to stop him flying over if he wants to. Yeah.
I do too. I think Rob just moved back into his house. He just announced he just got back to his house, just so you know, from the fires. And then so we'll see, maybe home free. So Bo, if you're there, come say hi, my friend, if you're in LA. And Steve Barton says, I also love this community. We love you too, Steve. We definitely love you. And again, it's not lost on us. Thank you for that super chat. It's very, very generous of you. And also, sorry, the local pundit memberships. Sorry, Patty, I apologize. But that's very, very generous. Very generous. Helps with Patty's haircut. Oh, sorry. This, all right. Let's see here. All right, Rob just got back in this. All right. Thank y'all very much. tomorrow we'll be there live. We've got a full day of stuff for you for this community, which is great. Thank you all very much. And you'll see Patty. And also we have a show tonight, Footy Tips. So on that bombshell, we will see you all soon.